last time on oAGamingTv.
Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? I better stay in case Serena comes back.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
And now, part 2 of Serena.
Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now. Don't think Serena would approve of me making an even bigger mess of the clothes in here. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway.
Oh. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Alright, so let's go. Yeah, we already read that one.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you
So
help me
let's go
straighten
over
it out?
here.
The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to every cabin needs one. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here, as long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather autonomous. Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months. We brought the lamps with us when we got this place all those years ago. They were from a garage sale. The sun is streaming through the window. No reason to turn this on. All these metaphors and similes in my head. Light of my life. Make light. Wait, that's another kind of light. A lamp is a lamp, but to a writer, every mundane item triggers connections, and that leads to more. We used to keep a pitcher of water and a glass on this nightstand, but they're not here now. There's a thick layer of dust and an almost invisible outline where we kept the water pitcher. It hasn't been long enough for so much dust to accumulate.
So it almost
Has
seems
it?
like he lost track of time or something.
For some reason, I always slept on the side of the bed closer to the window. Never asked myself why. We weren't good at housekeeping, always focusing on other aspects of our life together. But the dust does stand out a lot more when Serena's suddenly not here. I'll dust it off some other time. For some reason, I always slept on the side of the bed closer to the window. Never asked myself why. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing. sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me? The sunlight is so bright
Alright.
here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. Our refuge from the world.
Go to bed, bounce chicka
Place of
wow wow,
warmth
Serena.
and
This guy
passion.
be getting it on.
Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was.
That was
Far out.
that pun. You know, our sex life is far out. Yeah, ha ha ha. Get it? Anyways.
The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury, but without her, there are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose.
Alright.
There are no
Let's
monsters
go
under the
here.
bed. I guess they're all in my head. Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time. At least, I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time
Okay.
passed, we fought about
So he started
every
to
little
remember-
thing, even this.
Sorry. He started to remember they used to fight. Okay.
I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad. Pretty shambolic, isn't it? The organization of its contents isn't much better. It'd be a shame to say we're fashionistas. We were never that big on appearance. Serena has this mystical aura about her, even when she's wearing one of my mom's charming knitted sweaters. I do remember that on the night I first met her, she wore this beautiful purple dress, like she'd flown straight down from the night sky. I wonder what became of that dress. This dresser contains most of her things. There's mostly beauty products and personal items in it, just girly stuff of no interest to me. My kind of thing is the bookcase near the table.
Okay.
This dresser contains most of her things.
Oh, I used to be able to. There
There's
we
mostly
go.
beauty
I think you can
products
zoom in.
and personal items in it. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun.
So he's remembering that she has blonde
I'm remembering.
hair.
What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. She also had a brush, but I can't see hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors. So, this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere.
Okay.
After all these years, it
Back out of
permanently
this.
smells of her and her
Let's
perfume.
open this up.
They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. I'm generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. I'm only supposed to take these before meals. Not a big fan of them. They do tend to alleviate my headaches, though.
Okay.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure.
Ooh, some keys.
These keys are for the cabin and the car. If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one.
Alright.
We also have a key for the outhouse.
Anything in
But
here?
can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
Sounds like a really like she's really committed to this guy.
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, and she told me the soothing sound of her name.
So glad to meet you. My name is Serena.
Alright, now it shows her face. So he's starting to remember who she is and all that stuff. Alright, guys, that has been a part of Serena. It might be a long episode. I may split it in 2 episodes. I don't know. But there is definitely more to the story. If you guys want to find out, I suggest downloading this from Steam and playing it all the way through yourself. The story definitely gets more interesting. But thanks for watching. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Take it easy, YouTube.
Next gen, go for the goal and the win. I'm next gen, game is over, face your end. I'm next gen, check the headlines and the trends. Yeah, I'm on a new level that you can't contend. I'm next.